Unfortunately, over the past week, we lost the legendary, the very accomplished James Earl Jones, voice of, obviously, Darth Vader and Mufasa. He was in many other projects, such as, The Sandlot and a lot of other movies, and just a very accomplished and legendary, really, personality in Hollywood, and he lived a very long and full life, at least, and I hope his family is doing okay. But it is, it's tragic. There were some other passings this week as well, creators in comic books, artists, and so on. So it's been a sad week for the old hats of pop culture.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also been a sad week for less meaningful things. But
he tripped through, but he did it. He did it. He swerved.
Welcome to the Lazy Podcast. I'm Tyler, also known as Bionic Sai, joined by the man whose name starts with a B.
Braden Renzolian.
The man whose name starts with an L.
Blair, also known as the Northern Dolly.
Starts with a T.
Oh, Thatchman.
Yeah.
Red man, fucking up the intro at all.
No, you talk. He started going before you were even done talking.
Sorry, he said two names, and it's usually two names and then move on. But then he said a third name. He's
fucking up the flow of everything this week, man. What the hell?
I've been on for like 3 weeks.
You're banished. You're voted off the island.
He thought he was so cool. He kept missing weeks, and now he's back. And he doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't know what. It's true.
Brendan's that terrifying.
Don't know what I'm even looking at right now. I'll be honest. Genuinely don't know what that is.
He's like one of those Mega Blocks guys. With the
he's a Neo Shifter, bro. I had a whole bunch of those.
Braden has a Neo Shifter still.
I have like 5, dude.
Neo Shifters are cool.
They break.
No, they're
like,
not. They're so dumb.
No, they're peak. They're so peak. If you breathe on them wrong, they shatter into a million pieces. But they are awesome.
Oh man. Okay. All right. I'll shut up. Thatch, you want to talk to us about some news that happened?
Yeah. Is that me right from
Spider-Man
the bat?
4.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So so the last 3 years have been agonizing as we wait for a sequel to one of the most successful franchises, one of the most successful superhero movies ever made. It's taken too long, and there's been so much. There's been so much speculation beforehand because of the time. It's a lot like leading up to No Way Home, where there was 18 different versions of that movie, and at some point it was out of the MCU, and then it was in the MCU, and then it was a whole bunch. So we're kind of at a fresh start here. We officially have news that there are final negotiations for Tom Holland and Zendaya to return. Big surprise. And there isn't crazy news to talk about here, but it's there's enough to have an opinion. And then the same writers are coming back. They've already written a first draft of the script from the last 3 Spider-Mans. And then Destin Daniel Cretton of Shang-Chi is going to direct the movie. And that is, and then we also know that they're aiming to shoot early 2025. And the article said they are sprinting, not crawling ahead for this movie. That was the exact quote. They're steamrolling as fast as they can to get it to come out because they've taken so goddamn long for it to happen. So there's not, like I said, it's kind of all the same people from the last 3 are back with Destin Daniel Cretton. That's kind of the news. So I can't. And I'm not going to engage too much on the speculation about what the movie could be because we don't know and because there's conflicting reports both ways. Literally, as soon as this news came out, there was one reputable leaker saying confirmed multiverse and another reputable leaker saying it's going to 100% be street level. And then there's one person saying this. There's a bunch of different... And I don't think anybody really knows anything necessarily. So I don't want to speculate too much. Also, we don't even know the plot of the next Avengers movie yet because that just got restarted. There's so many ifs and within ifs within ifs within ifs. It's like a Russian nesting doll of ifs. So I really don't want to talk too much about like until there's more news, and we will know what this movie will be in the next 6 months because they're gonna start shooting soon. So the same way that like once No Way Home got off the ground, a couple months, like a month later, we learned about all of the old actors coming back, and we all kind of then knew what the movie was gonna be. I'm suspecting that's what this movie will be, and then there's stuff to talk about there. Like if they announce, Charlie Cox and Vince D'Onofrio have signed on, we know what the movie is. Or if they announce Tom Hardy and Jared Leto and whatever Aaron Taylor Johnson have signed on, then we know what the movie is, right? But until then, we're gonna speculate. All I'll say,
or
really,
they announce Charlie Cox and Jared Leto and
and
Vincent
all
D'Onofrio
of them. Yeah, they
and
just announce
everybody.
all of them. Yes, or they could do that.
And then you're like, oh,
It's
okay.
multiversal street level.
Yes, yeah, and you're like, what?
Wouldn't
It's several
surprise me,
levels.
Sony.
It's like 5 streets.
Yeah.
But
The streets are colliding.
So in terms of the director, I'm just gonna really talk. First of all, I'll say, yay, Tom Holland's back. That would have sucked if he didn't come back.
Oh yeah.
Great. MJ, I wanted them to take a break from MJ. I know a lot of people don't like MJ. I like MJ, but it hasn't even been one movie since the spell happened with her memory being wiped. Like at least let it sit, And maybe she's in the movie for one scene, but she's signing a $1 billion contract. She's probably going to be a pretty consistent presence in the movie. And I just don't want her storyline now to revert back to her storyline in Far From Home. That's my greatest fear.
It will massively cheapen the ending to that movie.
I wouldn't be surprised if Tom Holland said, "I'm not doing it unless she comes back with me."
That's yeah. Also, she's a superstar. She's so popular, and she just gets more popular every movie she's in. Like that Challengers movie did really well. Like so. Yeah, but so I'm like, I wish they at least waited one movie. But again, what if it's a fucking multiversal MJ from another parallel? I don't fucking know what it's gonna be. I don't.
Yeah.
So.
Oh God, yeah.
That would suck.
Oh God.
So I don't know. I'm like really like about the MJ. I would have liked them to come out and have been like the Daredevil. Like there was an announcement where they're like, "Oh, this actress has signed on to be the new love interest in the new Daredevil season." That was a whole article that came out a couple years ago, and that was true. I would have liked to see that. Like, oh hey, Tom Holland is signed on, and this new other actress is signing on to be. But oh well. I'm kind of like. And then the writers, I like those 3 movies, so sure, bring them back. That's fine by me. They're consistent. Honestly, I just am happy anyone's writing it because it's taken so goddamn long. And I'm glad it's not bad writers. That would have been alarming if they signed on like the writers from like TASM 2 or something like that.
And Madam Web.
Yeah, Madam Web, right?
Oh, we'd be cooked. We would be cooked.
I mean, like. Black Cat or Gwen or something like that would have been nice because Spider-Man does notoriously bounce around between a few different ladies.
Yeah, for sure. I would have really liked any new, like whatever. I think in general, I think I just wanted new, creative like a new idea, a new section of the story. I don't want it to just. I honestly don't want it to be Spider-Man 4. I want it to be like a new start to the next chapter of this character, which is why I'm very happy that John Watts is not,
sort of set up.
Exactly, it ended the threads. But that's why I'm happy John Watts is not back. Even though I like John Watts, I'm happy he's not back, and I'm glad they got Destin in because he's a good director. And I think what I like most about him is that on a visual sense, he's got a very specific visual style. If you watch Shang-Chi, it's very like kinetic. Like just rewatch it. It's very kinetic it's very specific, and I think
very good at street level action as well. So hopefully he gets to use that.
Yes, yes. So I think the visuals and the way it's shot and this action. Also, his priorities are he loves action, so he puts an emphasis on action in his movies. John Watts, he didn't put an emphasis on the action. The actions were fine. There was some cool set pieces when you got the Dungeons and Dragons guys on there with the Washington Monument. Like that was cool, But it kind of like. It kind of tatered off after those guys left. But I think that it wasn't John Watts' priority. So even in the way he was building up the movie and constructing it, he wasn't building it around action scenes because it's not his focus, you know? So I think even on that level, Destin Daniel Cretton will come into this being like, these are our set pieces. This is what we can do with, you know, so the feel of the movie is going to be different.
I wouldn't be
We're
surprised
also almost
if we do
certainly
actually get like a swing sequence, yeah.
We're definitely getting this. I think almost certainly. And it's probably going to be like the best swing scene ever. I'm very much looking for it. Especially if it's with that suit. Holy God shit on earth. Oh my God. Can you imagine?
Please just stick to the suit for this movie and not like
That's all I want. I don't want. They would really have to bend over backwards to justify him getting a new costume because he's broke now. Like they'd really it would be they'd have to write a loophole, but I like that and I like him. I think also there's a couple of interesting firsts that this is doing for the Spider and how Sony makes these movies. And I think that this stuff is not something you think about at first, but when you look at like movie studios, like it's easier for them to make movies if it's recycling the channels and pathways and the stuff they've done before. So, you know, we're going to bring out John Watts, the writers, and then like that movie gets shooting quicker, right? Whenever there's like new shit to figure out that's unprecedented, it's harder on them. And there's a lot of, like, for example, Sony's never made a Spider-Man 4 before. It's never happened. This is the first Spider-Man 4 ever, you know? So how do you approach that? You know, how does that work out?
Yeah.
They've never switched directors of one incarnation of Spider-Man during that incarnation. You know, it's always been the same director from beginning to end, you know? So that's also new and weird and different. Yeah, it's just a lot of new things. Also, this is like a fun fact that I actually really like. Destin Daniel Cretton is going to be the first non-white guy to direct a live-action Peter Parker movie, which is kind of cool. I kind of like that. It's weird that it's taken so long because you had Sam Raimi, Mark Webb, and John Watts. You know, all those guys are about as white as you can get. For a live-action Peter Parker movies specifically,
isn't it?
Yeah, like
who directs the Spider-Verse movies? Isn't it that one duo?
Yeah,
that did the Lego.
Lord and Miller.
Yeah.
Aren't they both white? So wouldn't this just be the first non-white Spider-Man director?
No, because there have been other directors. Like I'm pretty sure there are like 4 directors on those Spider-Verse movies.
Oh,
so
really?
Lord and Miller are like in charge, but there's other guys there that are. I know because I went to a panel with them.
They're huge. So they got so much stuff going on.
Yes. Yeah. So, which is cool. I like that. It's surprising it's taken so long. I think it speaks more to Sony than it does to anything else. But yeah. So they're just kind of like. I think there's been a lot of trepidation about how to approach this movie and what to do, and I'm frustrated it's taken so long to make all these obvious decisions, I guess. But with that being said, I don't know what this movie is yet, so I really can't get excited about that. All I can say is I'm glad Destin Daniel Cretton's in it, I'm bummed out Zendaya's in it, and I'm glad Tom Holland's back. Like, that's pretty much the most I can say right now. Again, once we start getting more castings...
I'm a little bitter on Spider-Man, so...
You hate him now.
Fuck that kid. Penis Parker.
I'll give you mine.
The last thing I wanted to say was Tom Holland's probably also... He's probably also renegotiating his contract, not just for the Spider-Man movie, but he's also probably planning with Marvel, too, for the next few Avengers. So it's probably also been a part of this whole thing. Also, last thing, the first Marvel director who directed one character's like solo franchise in the MCU to then take over and direct another solo character from a different. Yeah, it's the first time that's happened. Happened to Avengers and stuff. It's happened outside of the MCU, Sam Raimi, but it's never happened within the MCU. It's not like Shane Black directed Homecoming or something like that.
Yeah.
That's
it
also
definitely seems like there's not going to be a Shang-Chi 2. It's certainly not
at this point
soon. So.
Yeah. See, that's a good point, though. It's something I'm nervous about is they keep talking about it, but if like I would prefer Destin's in for the long haul for a trilogy. I really don't want them to switch in the middle of this trilogy because it's not going to feel as cohesive, and I think that's what we want. We want like 3-part movies. John wants.
That's
3
assuming
movies,
it
Destin.
is a trilogy. To be fair,
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
we might not even get
one more.
Yeah, exactly. We really don't. There's a lot, so. But I think because he's so busy, I'm nervous that if they do a sequel to this movie, that he might not be able to direct it, I guess. And I could see him if asked, would you rather direct Spider-Man 5 or the sequel to the Shang-Chi movie that you like brought into this world, I could see him pick Shang-Chi, honestly.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
or does it delay Spider-Man 5 again for 3 fucking years? You know,
I mean, there's
that would also
the possibility that they reboot after Secret Wars. So,
oh yeah,
who knows how it's gonna? That's a big question. I mean, it's so hard. So there's just so many ifs going on that I can't really. I don't know. Like, I'm not like. All I can say is I like the director choice and I don't like Zendaya.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty much all I can say.
This is
I feel that.
This is similar mindset, but also kind of not, and also Ty's gonna get mad at me for bringing it up. But he's supposed to be directing the Naruto movie, is he not?
Yeah, he is.
How does that fit into all this? Is he just stopping working? Like, is he dedicating himself to Spider-Man, or is he going to do Naruto first? What's happening there?
He's definitely doing Spider-Man first because it's shooting in like 5 months or whatever.
Yeah, so so they might need to get a new director for that movie, and then everything's going to fall apart.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean,
he's really
from the
busy.
sounds of it, everything's already falling apart for that Naruto movie. So
yeah, I think it's kind of doomed. I think it was more of like a pitch thing where like, we want you to do a Naruto movie, and Destin's like, all right, and then they're like, and Marvel's like, hey, Destin, you want to work on something that's going to pay a little bit more?
He was going to direct Avengers, and he switched to Spider-Man. That's kind of crazy to me. You know?
That is that's interesting.
That's really interesting.
He's going around. He's doing different things.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they did put the Russos on the Avengers, so
they did. Yeah,
get the fuck out of here, Destin. Who do you think you are?
Like, we got the Avengers, guys.
I wonder if that conversation went like, "Hey, Destin, we really want to get the Russos back, but we're kind of trying to get the Spider-Man movie off the board, so just hang tight 6 months, and we'll put in a good word for you at Sony." And he was like, "Okay, I
we heard something about Naruto, and maybe just
it's like, you don't need to make that. We're not part of that, so you're fine. You can leave that." He's like, nobody cares about anime.
Destin, we have your family, all right? Just say goodbye to Naruto.
And
he's like, I guess I was that invested in it.
Don't have a choice.
More than likely, what it was an underslept Kevin Feige being like, Destin, we need a fucking steady hand on the Spider-Man thing because we're just trying.
We need something.
We need to get Sony under control, please, for the love of God.
Sony's at us like a bunch of barking dogs. They want to put Tobey Maguire in the. They want to add him in. We need to calm him down. And it's like, that's fair.
Yeah.
See, I don't know what kind of stories Destin likes to tell. Like, he's only done one Marvel movie. It like, I don't know if it's like, you okay? You're okay. It's like what kind of stories does he want to tell? Like, is he someone who would gravitate towards a multiverse movie, or is he someone who would gravitate towards a street level movie? I don't know enough about him.
Does he even have history with Spider-Man? We don't really know.
Yeah. Oh, well, he did put do a flip guy in Shang-Chi, so
that's a weird thing I always forget about. He was there. He was a major part of that scene. He was like live streaming the whole thing. That's whack.
Yeah.
No, he was just recording it for his Spank Bank,
Well, he did put it on. That's how they found him later in the movie. It was weird.
Yeah, it's true. It's weird. All right. There was this stupid fucking asshole who got a hold of an early copy of an unfinished copy of Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Posted to. We're not talking about that.
I'm just saying.
God,
context.
Damn it!
Context.
You ruined everything. Restart. No.
All right.
Got a hold of an early unfinished copy of Sonic the Hedgehog 3. He was saying that he was going to sell the movie for $500 to whoever wanted it, or sell 30-minute clips to people for $150.
Bargain.
Apparently, it's out there now. As far as I understand, Thatch has seen some of the spoilers. I've seen one image. I know Braden's at least seen one image.
I have too.
Cool image. It didn't spoil the plot for me or anything.
No.
But be very careful out there because apparently a lot of shit's getting leaked.
Yeah.
What like?
Do you know what this reminds me of?
Well, hang on.
Before
you do that, I just want to ask, Thad, can you elaborate on the extent of what you saw?
It really feels like hey Kat. It really feels like I don't think it's as dangerous as you might expect it to be. It's not like there's massive third act reveals that have dropped.
Okay.
There's a storyboard sequence which is kind of spoilery, but apparently that leaked 8 months ago. And also, I'm a little questionable if that's actually based on the other leaks. I don't know if it really makes sense compared to where everything else is. So it might not even be real, and it feels kind of fan made almost, but it might be real. I don't know. So
or preliminary,
and it's not
maybe.
again. There's like one major plot point that's not like, oh, this character does this, or oh, we finally see this, or this person shows up. It's more like people were like, I wonder if they're going to include this story from this thing or adapt this part of that story. And it's like there's specifically a thing that is like people might speculate, is this going to be in the movie, or are they going to build this part of the thing into it? And so there's part of that where you get clarity on whether or not that is a thing. There's that, but it's not like a massive it's not like a character thing. It's more of like I don't even want to say too much more. I really don't think it's that dangerous. I feel like if I told you, you'd be like, I kind of expected that because of this, and this. You know, I don't.
I think Maria getting shot in the face, I imagine.
Well, she's already fucking dead in the trailer, so I don't know. There's actually no Maria in it at all. Any of the leaks. There's no Maria.
Interesting.
The leaks are really just like a couple of. They're like, I think somebody said they leaked the movie. They had the whole movie, but I think he lied. I think he only had screenshots of footage or like set footage. Like it's like a bunch of blue screens. There's a bunch of fuzzy little balls with like Sonic's fur on them. There's one part where Shadow's floating with his gravity boots, but you just see the bottom part of his feet, and it's the statue, and it looks like he's hanging. It looks like he died and hung himself, and his feet are twinkling.
Damn, that's how the movie ends.
So I wouldn't say.
So
and
depressed.
also, I will say, no, I'm not like a savvy Sonic fan, so maybe there is something in here. But to me, it really doesn't feel like there's that much like massive. It's not like I can say this. It's not like there's a photo of Amy in it or something like that. There's nothing like that. You know?
No, like Metal Sonic reveal or something like that. Okay, yeah.
You would probably know if you saw something big.
Yeah, I mean, if something like that came out, it'd be all over already.
Unless you saw a fucking bio lizard who looks like a big potato, and you're like, I don't know what that is.
No, there was.
No, it's just the bio lizard is Josh Brolin with a big head on his head.
There you go.
Lay, what were you gonna say? This reminds you of something.
Yeah. I mean, like, if it's like, if it is the full movie, regardless of finished or not, this whole thing reminds me of, I don't know if you remember when fucking X-Men Wolverine Origins or whatever it is got leaked.
Nope.
And that was like
that
was the only time, I believe.
We're not a fetus.
That was the only time, I believe, someone actually got like prosecuted and like put in prison for like leaking a fucking movie. Yeah. So
what fucking loser leaks X-Men Origins Wolverine?
X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Fucking,
who cares?
You really took away from the sales of that one.
That's interesting. That's such a random movie for it to be.
The only connection I really have to Origins Wolverine is getting the old Lego set with Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh,
Way
right.
back when. The helicopter.
Right.
Yeah, so, why leak shit anyway? Like, that also goes for filming in the fucking cinema as well.
It's clout.
Shitheads who want attention.
It's like the guy who leaked GTA 6 who like is arrested or something now, right? Like,
yeah.
Did he actually get arrested? Oh.
Yeah, he did.
Okay. Yeah.
They found him hanging.
Yeah, well, people do it and they think they're clever and they get caught.
He's wearing shadow shoes too. It was a preemptive. This is a reference to that, actually.
It's a callback.
It's crazy.
It's just shitty, but whatever.
Be careful out there if you care about Sonic 3, which if you're listening to us and you care about that 20-minute discussion we had about the trailer, you probably do. Be careful.
Yeah. I mean, if you're on social media, block keywords so that you don't see certain stuff, so...
Get rid of Sonic from...
Ban Sonic!
Yeah, get it out of your mind, man.
Lay, you want to talk to us about some Doctor Who news?
I do. Right, so I'm going to send some images in. I mean, I've sent these before. There's only really the one.
Literally... But... Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
So, finally, we've had some more product stuff. In October,
that's what that is.
standard retail
It
version
really
of the
does.
15th Doctor's. It does. It's a fucking shit design. The retail version of the
It's like a
15th Doctor's
chunk
Sonic
a Spanish lady would throw at you.
is getting released. So this is the retail version on the 24th, I believe, of this month. The deluxe edition is going to get released, which is like a metallic sort of finish and it has some extra stuff. There's also going to be 2 brand new figures that are going to be released as online exclusives. So that's like the brand new 15th Doctor and his companion figures. And they apparently are completely new in terms of articulation. So they haven't been revealed or there's nothing being shown. But apparently the articulation is similar to what the Black Series offers. I'm a little on the fence of it. If that is the case, I am on the fence just because I want to see how it looks with the rest of like the line and stuff, and if it looks too different, it'll be a shame because it wouldn't much.
That just means that they can re-release everything they've pumped out on the new articulation scheme.
No.
They can, and they're probably going to, but
they can, and they will, and you'll buy it.
No, it probably won't happen because what's happening with Disney and the show and stuff like that. I can talk about that if you want me to.
Sure, there's updates.
There has been updates. So Disney has officially said that it's like essentially like a low budget show for them, which isn't surprising. I mean, the IP compared to like Star Wars and Marvel is like insignificant, like these.
It's never been a high budget.
So. No, it's never been. That's always been its charm. But Disney have finally come out and say, yeah, it's basically like a speck of fucking dust to us, like sort of thing. It's just, we'll give you what we,
We'll spend $30 million on the Acolyte and then cancel it, but whatever.
Yeah, but Doctor Who can have like 1 million per episode or some fucking shit like that. I don't know. It's but anyway, basically. Disney have said that they're not going to renew the contract for a 3rd season until season 2 airs. Season 1 and 2 were filmed back to back. Now,
so
the reason why I bring this,
they want to see the ratings.
Yeah. Now, the thing is that the BBC's kind of banked on this whole thing to work, and like it hasn't worked the way it wanted to. So, and I was watching a video and getting like the info from that. I was like, okay, this sounds really shit. Is if Disney greenlit like a 3rd season, you've obviously got like 6 or so months of like production time, like film and everything like that. And then you got so many months of post-production and everything like that. And when season 2 finally airs, we're probably going to look at 2027 for the 3rd season. Damn. Under this new era. Season 2 is coming out next year, so that is like a 16-month gap. It's it's
and they're probably wondering if it's like financially like if it's even worth doing
Disney's gonna want to wait to see the viewership, and then I mean I sure hope the BBC is working on a backup plan.
See, this is the thing: is like a lot of people assume if Disney were to pull out, it would cancel the show, but that isn't the case. The BBC have full control over it. Disney just have like the rights to stream and they'll like give money towards it.
They're fun.
So the BBC can fall back and go, all right, okay,
So maybe I guess in that scenario, if they don't renew, BBC would probably pitch the show to some other streamers like in the US and stuff like that. Like HBO.
It would go back to how it was. It would go back to how it was.
Maybe if they can't. Maybe that's like the worst case scenario, but maybe I feel like they might still try to find someone else to help out, like Paramount or HBO or Netflix,
or someone because See, like the thing is as well, like I say all this, but it's getting a spin-off, like under Disney, and I think that is the one thing that is like co-produced between the BBC.
Special?
It's a spin-off show called The War Between the Land and the Sea, which is basically going to be taking these fuckers, Ty's favourites, the Sea Devils, and basically waging war against man on the land and stuff. And it's this whole thing about, because in the show, the Sea Devils are originally from Earth, it's their home. and we are destroying their oceans and stuff like that. It's kind of like that and whatnot. And there's a cousin species called the Silurians, which was around when the dinosaurs were around. They went into hibernation because
Have they
the
actually
asteroid that
started
killed.
working on that?
Yeah. It's currently getting filmed right now.
Well, he talked about this before. I'm pretty sure. He actually, I think it was in one of his videos that he said.
I think it's currently getting filmed right now.
Wow.
And I believe it is due out next year. But the thing is that if
Next
like
year
casual
before or after season 2?
After, I believe. So it kind of fills the gap in, but the thing is as well, like if your viewing figures are like kind of shit, it kind of gives you like the idea of like how many fans are watching it.
Mhm.
Like the show isn't going to be viewed by casuals and like the public.
Yeah,
It's going to be
this is
for
a
fans, you
lore
know.
thing, so this is
Yeah.
It's like a niche, like
Super
you know.
niche.
It feels like a spin-off.
Is it like a miniseries?
Yeah, essentially.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's based around this one thing, and the Sea Devils. I mean, I love them, but they aren't a popular form. Like if it was something like the Daleks or something, like you could easily make a movie about them, and it would fucking make money. You know, them. You know, you have to be a fan. You have to know like
Yeah, it's not
your
choice
law
for
and
you.
yeah. So it's strange. But yeah, that's coming out, and the reason why I think like the toys won't progress in that regard of like getting the new articulation for everything and redoing everything is just because if the show isn't about, like, there's not going to be much demand for it, and budgets won't really be there. So
yeah, they haven't greenlit it, so they're not working on a season 3. So no matter what, there's going to be a gap between season.
A gap,
2 and 3.
yeah. Essentially, it's, you know, on paper it was a good, like, you look at it and you think seasons 1 and 2 being filmed back to back, great. Execution, because you haven't given like yourself time to listen to critique.
You didn't have confidence in it. Now you haven't made anything, so now you're gonna have nothing to show for yourself.
See, like, I believe it was kind of like a case of being overly confident in themselves, and it's kind of like, okay, great, I appreciate that whole attitude to a degree, but wait until your first season airs, hear the feedback, because believe me, you need to. Because it hasn't been great, and I'm not alone on that. I'm in the minority. Majority, sorry.
Yeah.
Season 2 is probably going to be like exactly the same because they haven't given them time to like rewrite stuff, refilm, rework, and so it's it's a stupid thing to do, filming it back to back.
I wonder. I'm a little nervous that, you know, they're probably saying we're going to wait for season 2 before we greenlight season 3. How much change is realistically going to happen? You know what I mean?
Nothing.
In between.
Nothing.
Yeah, right? Like, it's going to be the same viewer.
Yeah.
It's certainly not going to go up, you know?
I don't even know how they could. See, like, and I'll give you a quick insight. I don't want to drag on this, like, for too long. I'll give you a quick insight on what, like, majority of fans, or, like, majority of people I've listened to and spoken to are saying is that the show is generational. And the first 26 years of it being on TV, from 1963 all the way to 1989, was like one generation, right? And it was like your dad's TV show or something your dad used to watch. And then it came back and it was your generation in 2005, and we're currently up to 2024. What I personally believe it needs to happen is it just needs a rest. It's been on the air for almost 20 years, non-stop. Non-stop since 2005. And it's like, pumping it out constant. It's just like, right, okay, you need to chill. Give it like, I don't know. I'd hate for it to happen because, you know, that's fun in me. But I also need to think with like that mindset of, do you want it to continue? You know, I personally believe it needs at least 5 years off air and then come back and make a statement. Personally, I do.
And a lot of
fans have said that.
It's going to go away. It's going to be 10 years. Leia's child is going to be born, but the happiest day of his life will be when the first episode of the new series airs.
Listen, right, don't say that.
Just take his baby and Throw it aside.
He's
Doctor Who's back.
Don't need that no more.
Listen, because
Doctor
the
Who's
show was
fucking back.
the show was off the air for 15 years
Mhm.
when it got cancelled first time around.
That's
It had one movie because the BBC was trying to actually work with Fox to take it to the States and make it like an American thing. Didn't work. So they were like, right, okay.
I mean,
You
what
know,
was
this
that in
ain't
the
happening.
It's
90s?
almost
Yeah.
like
Yep.
it's almost like
1998.
it's not the exact same, but it's a similar idea. Like we're gonna team up with Disney to try and send it to the States, and it just didn't.
Mhm.
It just didn't work.
Doesn't take, yeah.
The
I was gonna
thing
say-
is, go on.
Sorry. I was
No,
gonna
go on.
say that I think you're right about how like it just needs a break. I also think like you need to give people the opportunity to miss something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because
You can't miss something
if
if it runs
they-
for 20 years.
If they had
Yeah.
done this 10 years ago, it might have worked, because around 10 years ago, Sherlock got really big in the States.
Mm.
So,
Yeah, around like
Have they done it around that
2008. 2008 to like 2015
2015, that sort of era.
was when it peaked. And I mean peaked in the States and everything, like
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
it was
I remember
everywhere.
that.
Had they done it like 10 years ago in the Sherlock craze, it
Mhm.
probably would have worked.
Yeah. But yeah.
I was gonna wrap up. I was gonna say something, wrap up my thoughts, just to say that I also think, when Doctor Who went offline and then it came back, like the whole vibe of the show really was different. From that first season
I
to
mean,
the last season.
that's a huge technological jump.
Oh, yeah.
yes, like there was a discernible different style, different a lot of stuff, and I think that
Mhm.
that
It felt very samey. I mean, like I've binged Who from start to finish, all 40 seasons, like back to back to back, and just I love it. And it is like that thing of
That is way too
watching
fucking
classic
TV,
Who,
man. So much
watching
TV.
classic Who, which is my bread and butter, and I love classic Who over modern Doctor Who.
Mhm.
Like it does feel different because obviously it's the time. Like you're watching 60s, 70s, and then 80s TV,
Oh yeah.
and you see how it progresses, and then there's a 15-year gap, and you're suddenly in the 21st century, 2005. Okay,
Yeah.
it's different, but it feels the
CGI
same.
creatures and
You
stuff
know.
yeah,
like
it's the
that.
same. It's the same storytelling. It's just
Mhm.
the context around
Yeah.
it has changed.
I
Yeah.
tried to watch the 2005 stuff. I couldn't get into it. Like I watched an episode and I was
And
like,
this-
I've watched it. I've watched
See,
the
this-
whole first season.
so this is what
Yeah.
I was going to say. Right, is Doctor Who is massive in this country. It is like a staple of British culture. It's just one of them
yeah.
things, right? And I genuinely think like Disney or whatever has looked at the IP and thought that could probably work over here. It won't. It's in the UK are just far too different. There's so many British things within the show. Like
We're also
it's
just
weird.
not in the right, generally speaking over here, I don't think anyone in America
Mhm.
is in the right headspace for that sort of thing.
Mhm. Mhm.
Everything's a little fucked over here right now.
Yeah, and it's a very progressive show as well,
Yeah.
and a lot of people don't like that these days. Not as insane like it forces shit down your throat. Don't get me wrong. The last
Oh,
season
I
did
thought
that.
you said aggressive. It's like,
No.
I said aggressive.
But when I mean
Gotcha.
it's always moving with the time sort of thing.
Yeah,
Like that's how it's
I
always
get you.
survived and whatnot. Like for the 60s, it was ahead of its time. It had the first woman
Oh, yeah.
producer in the BBC. It had the first Asian gay director. It had a Canadian head writer and stuff like that. Like it was fucking ahead of its time for back in the day when it started.
Yeah, man.
So it's always try to be ahead of the curve and stuff like that. And
Braden is our
know.
diversity hire. Just so you know.
Yeah.
yeah,
I think they tried to do a different upgrade or vibe with the Disney thing. Like they tried to give it a bigger budget. They recasted the guy, and he's way different than the other doctors and stuff. But I just think you're right. There was
And
time,
it was
there was
the
time-
first black doctor as well.
Yep.
That's going to
So a lot
upset people
of
anyway.
things happened.
Oh, yeah.
But there was time
especially
in
now
between.
in America. Yes, that's going to upset people.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But there wasn't I think if you had given it time in between and then came back, not that it's not the same show, but the same amount of change and stuff, I think it would have felt
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a bigger deal. You know?
Yeah.
Or
Okay,
if
like, it's like when you watch it, like
a dedicated David Tennant season running
Mhm.
alongside the Disney Plus season.
See, a lot of people think that Paul McGann, who was the eighth Doctor, he only had the TV movie and that was his only appearance. He's had like loads of audio stories and stuff. A lot of fans want a spin-off with him because he explored like the whole Time War and like there's so much stuff that you could do with his Doctor and it'd be fucking amazing to watch. And he's a great actor. But watching it,
they only brought David Tennant back for a special, right?
3.
No,
So
Specials, okay.
yeah, so David came into the role from 2006 all the way to 2008. He left, came back for the 50th anniversary in 2013, and then for the 60th anniversary, he regenerated into the 14th Doctor and came back for 3 specials, and then left.
They should have just done like a dedicated season for him to air over in the UK, and then have that be their plan in case Disney fucked them over.
See, like the thing is as well, it's like the 60th anniversary ends like it ends in a way where you could go, right, that's the end of the show to a degree, if that makes sense. Like the Doctor bi-generates. A lot of people didn't like this. I'm like, whatever. We've never had a bi-generation where the Doctor literally splits in two. And it's kind of like a cop-out kind of thing, where David Tennant is still going around and he's still alive. Whilst you have this Doctor here, who we're going to follow, and he's off doing his own thing. You know, it's like.
I think also part of the issue right now is a lot of the concepts, like the sci-fi concepts that Doctor Who explores, and that were really like unique to Doctor Who, like multiverse and stuff like that, are like so mainstream everywhere right now. It's like it doesn't feel like it's like, why would I watch Doctor Who when there's multiverse stuff everywhere? And I know it's probably the best version of it, and it's been a part of the legacy, but general audiences, new people, are gonna be like, there's no so I think waiting for that moment, that multiverse craze moment to die down, you know, and then bringing it back would allow it to be more embraced, you know.
Yeah,
we're so the thing is as well,
here,
like,
so it's gonna be like, well, what's this corny British shit?
Yeah, and that's it. Like, the thing is as well, like, the show did invent like a lot of sci-fi tropes, like in the '60s and stuff like that. Like a lot of stuff like you get today. You watch classic Doctor Who, like those like first few years in the '60s, and it's like this is where it started from. Like, you know, there's people mentioning like in interviews and stuff like. So it's like that's where it's born from. I completely agree. I think it's one of those things where it needs a break, as does majority of these big fucking franchises. Star Wars massively needs it. And there's loads of others. I think it's just like these tired old franchises that like people are kind of, because they're constantly there, people are so bored of them, like,
there is definitely a bit of like a pop culture oversaturation to an extent.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think you're right. Like, it's a lot of major like Star Wars should definitely take a break. Like, definitely.
Because they feel so dependent to have to push stuff out because of marketing and like the toys.
And it's not,
well, they got to make money.
It's so mainstream now. Like, I think part of the charm of Doctor Who or other franchises that are weird in sci-fi is that they're not mainstream, that they're different and they're alternative. Even like going back to Star Wars when it first came out, you know, it was a very different thing. I think that because we've been living with these franchises for so long, now they've become the mainstream, and now people are looking for things like that are different than that. They're looking for like a new like type of thing, and so they're
even something like Adventure Time, when that ended, then they went and did specials, and then they did a whole new show. You know, like they just couldn't let it rest.
Yes, they're doing even more now. They're actually doing a ton more. So
like, just nobody can let anything stop.
It is one of them things of where you see it from, and like the plan was to have a season every year, so there wasn't like a gap. Obviously, that isn't going to be the case now because Disney pull out, and it's like, right, okay, you got a 16-month period of nothing.
Which could be good, you know.
A season every year is crazy, though.
Yeah,
I think it needs to be like Doctor Who is done for a while. Like I think they really gotta like.
I mean, a season every year is The Simpsons for the last 40 years.
I know.
Yes.
The thing is, as well, season 26, which it originally ended on in 1989, sorry, is an amazing season. Like, it ends perfectly. Like, no one knew the show was going to end, but if that was it, it would have been a great ending to the show. The Doctor and his companion walking off into the sunset for the next adventure. That is all it is. It is just perfect. And yeah, it come back. Obviously, I wouldn't be a fan if it wasn't here, but I do want it to kind of have that rest. So if it does come back for a third season under Disney or whatever, it's kind of like, right, we're back. Have you missed us? You know, we're going to show you what you've been missing out on, and just go full pelt.
I just realized that half of this episode's going to be Doctor Who, and we still haven't even got to PulseCon.
Lay's like, I'll quickly mention this.
No, it's okay.
No.
I mean, it's been a very good discussion. I've been enjoying it.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't mean to go off on a tangent. There's so much to talk about.
They don't have that in his country, actually, so this is his only opportunity.
Yes, that's why he started the podcast, to give Lay freedom of speech.
Yeah.
Oh man.
We do have freedom of speech, actually. We do have it here to a degree, but obviously people take the piss. So.
To a degree.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
You can definitely talk. You can absolutely talk.
I don't know.
You can definitely
I don't know.
Sometimes.
If we report him to the king, they might have something to say about
that. They're kind of cracking down on the whole online shit where you're talking to people, and yeah, they're really trying to like crack down on that. So it's pretty fucked up.
Come to your door.
You're not. You shouldn't be talking to us right now. This is illegal.
This is a crime.
You're gonna knock on the door.
You're collaborating with foreign agents.
It's like that.
Literally, yeah. You're it's like
two separate countries, two different countries.
Yeah.
You're negotiating with the enemy.
No, as in like they're like cracking down like on a lot of like
criticism,
what people say online and stuff like that. If you
obviously
like the stuff that needs like racism and all that shit, which shouldn't be said anyway.
Not like chatting shit about the king or something.
No, but it wouldn't surprise me if it ever did.
They don't like that. But it's not like China or anything where like you'll get like banned for talking about certain things.
Yeah. Or like Winnie the Pooh gets fucking censored over there.
Can't talk shit about the. Can't talk shit about the royals. Fucking man.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, yeah. Sorry about that.
All right.
I apologize.
Go on.
It was a great
because I've been in for 3 weeks. That's why.
Yeah, it's. I mean, hey, I was actually really enjoying the discussion.
Me too.
No, so.
All right, let's talk about it. Braden, send the pictures. You know what?
You want me to send them? You know what? You want me?
You know what I'm talking about. Send the pictures.
You know what, Ty? I didn't get the picture you wanted. You thought I would get.
I'm shocked that you did not get that picture.
Because I figured that because I actually
that picture is not in the episode.
Oh, it's gonna be in the episode.
It'll be on the thumbnail, knowing you.
Am I allowed to do that? I don't think so.
I don't.
What's this image? Oh wait.
Hold on, Lay. Hold on.
I'll get that image then.
Yes, please. I don't have it.
Okay.
I'm sending it.
It must be bad.
So, your boys over at Jada Toys have solicited 2 more Street Fighter figures, which is great. Street Fighter line's awesome. They have solicited Cammy and DJ. And we got a great picture. Most people recognize who Cammy is, I feel like. She's pretty recognizable.
Character, yeah.
For a couple reasons. And
for like 4 reasons.
So that is an official promo picture. That's the first one I saw when I opened up Instagram one day. It was just like, there it is.
Yep.
And Ty here really wants this figure.
I will admit, I've been waiting for Jada to do a Cammy figure. I've been waiting for the pre-order. This is going to be my first figure from the line. I have a reason, a very good justification. Shut the fuck up, all right? I have receipts, okay? Back when I was living
this is what he wants to do it with.
Shut the fuck up. Back when I was living in California. This is before I turned 6 years old, okay?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Fuck you. I knew this was going to happen. I knew this was. That's why I prepared this.
I'm innocent in this conversation.
I know, and I'm surprised that is not jumping on me either.
And Ty's going to be like that.
Shut the fuck up. Back in San Diego, before I turned 6 years old, my dad had an action figure that he gave to me. It was a figure of Cammy. I guess it was from a Marvel vs. Capcom game. I don't remember that. But it was this, alright? It was this. I had this fucking action figure. At one point, her arm broke off, so I glued a red Mega Man arm onto her. I do not remember this Marvel versus or X-Men versus Street Fighter packaging. I don't remember Gambit being involved at all, but apparently there was a Gambit figure at some point. But look, all right. So when I think of Cammy, I think of having that old action figure. I don't think I don't immediately think of cheeked up like Jada does. Okay, all right. Fucking sue me, okay? Had a childhood action figure.
You're not a booty man.
Whatever. Fuck.
The very rational, reasonable response, Ty. We appreciate it. We appreciate that there's an emotional connection there, and it's more than just her amazing ass.
Is that? I will say, when you wear like swimsuits and stuff, there's different amounts of butt coverage you can have. You know, like you can.
She probably has about the least that you could have.
Right. Is that accurate to the game?
Ow,
is that what it's like?
Yeah, I think so.
I
don't know about specifically Street Fighter 2, but it's definitely accurate.
Well, Street Fighter 2 is a sprite, but I mean, it's kind of hard to. I'm doing some important research right now. Okay.
She's had more modest outfits in recent times. To be fair.
Yeah, I can imagine. That's fucking mate. I know exactly how you're gonna pause that.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty overt. It's pretty.
Hold on, let me grab something.
Street Fighter 2.
No, I got you, Ty. I got you. I'll send it. I'll send a fake picture of the sprite here, so you guys know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Probably not gonna put this in the episode, but who knows?
Yeah, I mean, she's all
egg. If anything, I'd say Jada's actually a little bit more reserved.
Well, from the looking
front. At yeah, sure.
This is how she's going to be displayed on the show.
No, I found an actual sprite from the back. There you go.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah. Oh my God, jeez.
Jesus Christ.
Calm down, Jeez.
Yeah.
Hey man, they're cooking.
In the military? Isn't she supposed to be in the military?
She is, yeah, she is.
So
she is in the U.S. military.
The Sam Hell military uniform is going on.
That's what Americans want women to dress up as.
That's what Japanese people want American women to dress up as.
That's true. That's a better point. Yeah, you're right. Bizarre. DJ looks cool too.
Guile is what they think American men look like. So.
Can we just
tube flat top,
and then DJ looks pretty good too.
DJ he's there.
He's a little scary. I'm not gonna lie.
He is.
He's got a really creepy face.
He does. He is a little scary.
Cool effect though. I mean, he looks good. I think we all know where our focus is. We should probably move on. Yeah.
Hasbro PulseCon happened today.
Congratulations, Ty. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Why are we congratulating him?
I don't know.
Because he's getting his favorite figure.
Oh, okay.
His childhood figure.
And his woman
figure. He switched the topic, so it was a little...
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Gio got his goddamn head stuck in a... Like, what the hell? Dude, okay.
Gio, what the fuck?
This is off topic. Look at this shit. Actually, wait, okay, hold on.
Can't.
Look
You
at
know, but we
okay,
could see.
Joe.
never mind. Never mind. He fixed himself, but he got his head stuck in a strap, and it was like he could have choked him.
Wow.
We didn't know this was happening this week, or we forgot.
I forgot for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I completely blanked that it was happening this week. Didn't even consider it a part of our plan. We had so much stuff we were going to talk about. None of it's really that important, though, to be fair.
Yeah, it was.
So we got PulseCon.
Mhm.
We got PulseCon now. Overall, kind of a mid PulseCon. Yeah.
It was. I
not
mean,
as.
but like every PulseCon has been mid.
It's true.
Yeah, but the last Legends stream was pretty great.
That's true. Legends was.
We were
better
pretty
last time.
hyped. Legends
Joe was
was
better
pretty...
last time.
Yes.
Which is crazy.
there were
Joe
some-
is always
what
the
did Legends
best.
reveal last time?
Legends was the No Way Home wave. Like,
Oh shoot, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we were
no, that
screaming,
was.
There you go.
final swing, final swing.
Yeah,
Well, we were hyped. We were so hyped.
We were, yeah.
So,
I mean, it was recovering from the depression of the D&D panel as well. So,
which was pretty good this
It was
year.
a little copium. I mean, yeah, it was. There's no fucking action figures, but it was still a hype panel.
Yeah. So why don't we start
It
off
wasn't even
with
a panel.
the
It
GI?
was just a pre-recorded video, but
G.I.
Why don't we
Joe.
start off with GI Joe? Because it is just.
it's just.
I don't
four
have
figures,
particular.
just a wave.
Yeah.
I do actually.
don't
I
have-
think they showed off some digital renders on.
Yeah, they
Instagram. Let me
did.
look real quick.
I can
Instagram?
get them if you want.
They said they were gonna
I'm on
post
it,
during
I'm
the
on it, I'm on
stream.
it.
During the
I've
stream,
been-
they
Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
during
only
the stream
two, I
they
believe.
genuinely forgot to
Yeah,
show
that's
them
true.
off, which was really weird. That doesn't normally happen, so they were just like, "Oh yeah, we completely forgot to show
Oh.
them."
Pooch.
There you go.
Comes with
All
the
right.
pooch.
None of
Hell
these
yeah.
photos are loading for me. I don't know why. Oh, there we are. It's awesome. These are great.
So,
Of
yeah,
course they're
just-
good.
They just totally forgot to do these.
They did. Legitimately. They actually did forget. They were like, "Oh, sorry. We forgot." Like, okay.
Do you want to start? Do you want to go with the G.I. Joe stuff first, and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's,
Go with
let's just go in order of what they did.
Yeah.
so
So we
our
got
first figure.
what are
Go
their
on.
names? Dial Tone, Saw Viper, Semi-automatic weapon,
Xander.
Leatherneck,
He's the guy with the
Leatherneck,
pit.
and then Xandar.
Xandar's the pink one.
Yeah.
Who
So,
is
Xandar's
Serana's
the-
brother.
Xandar's the pink one. What is it?
Leatherneck
Leatherneck is
drill
the.
sergeant.
Mhm.
We got the nerd is
Viper is the
yeah,
one with the
Viper.
crimson red. Yeah. So there you go.
They all look cool.
He looks kind of funny
Yeah.
with his ski mask. That's a good head.
Yeah.
sculpt. I like that.
Mhm.
I mean, look, they're all good. I got no complaints. They're
Good
they're,
wave,
they're cool
for sure.
looking. I wouldn't
and
buy any of
then-
these.
And then we got the digital renders. We got what are their
These are cooler.
names?
These are awesome.
Heavy duty and law and order. Law and order.
Oh,
is
that's
the guy
so
and
good.
dog.
That's so good. This is my dog order.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Pooch.
Ah,
Poochie
law.
looks great. I love
He
that.
does.
There's so many great G.I. Joe classified animals that I
This-
need to catch up on.
This is no excuse for Legends team who gave them Lockjaw with no movable legs.
yeah.
Kind of
More like
cringe.
shit jaw.
Shit Jaw. And we were really excited for Crystal too, by the way. So come on.
Yeah, now I can't justify buying Crystal because there's a $70 piece of shit with her.
It is literally like $70. So yeah. Who's this other guy with the baseball cap?
His name is Heavy Duty.
Heavy duty. Well, that's awesome.
Cool,
I mean,
man.
He's got a crazy ass armory system that goes over
He's
his
got like a
shoulders, I
goon.
guess.
He's got like a goon system
Yeah.
that he
He's
can
got
just
two
plug into.
4-barrel rocket launchers that go on, and then little miniguns that are. It's nuts.
I-
This guy's crazy.
I don't. They do not kill these people ever, but they always come in with the most extreme weapons
The-
that you could ever
The
imagine.
Punisher would blush at this murder machine.
Oh yeah, Punisher's like, why are these people not getting shit done? How is Cobra not done at this point?
How are they not corpses?
It's true. So good
But yeah,
shit though. Good.
cool
The
stuff,
stream,
you
the
know?
panel itself was pretty. Yeah, it was fine. They
I
showed
mean-
off a
Yeah.
game.
It was it wasn't even disappointing. G.I. Joe never disappoints. It was just
Right.
underwhelming because they always overperform.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they showed way less than last year. Probably because
Mhm.
they've just been doing so much this year that it's just kind of like, oh, okay,
Yeah,
Like-
that's true.
Yeah.
kind of crazy.
Shut up,
But
cat.
it kind of seemed like they were building up towards like something with some of the pictures because they're like setting up a scenario. I don't know what
I think
that's
they
all
were
about.
teasing something for later.
Yeah, it's probably. I mean, let's be real. It's probably HasLab. But yeah, so not bad. What was next? Was it D&D?
No.
Next
Yeah, it was D&D and then
but they talked about
the
the
Magic.
new Player's Handbook, DMG, and Monster Manual. Good stuff. They talked about their new VTT. Good stuff. None of you fuckers played D&D unless I'm involved, so...
Well, I'm excited. I'm
Ready
excited.
cringe.
I'm
Hope-
excited for the.
I hope
I'm
when
excited
we,
for the game.
I hope when
It's
Whenever
not,
we
no,
play
it's,
D&D,
it's not a game. It is a virtual tabletop.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it is specifically to use as a resource
Is it-
for your
pay
battles,
for it,
for
or
your
is it free?
maps. I think it's going to be free or maybe accessible with a D&D Beyond subscription. But I believe there's going to be microtransactions inside of it to get like minis.
You
and
did
stuff
see
that.
like the character models and stuff are like you have to pay for.
Yeah, which is fair if it's a free game.
It's not, again, it's not a game.
It's got code in it. It's a fucking game.
It's not a game.
a chronic
It's
online
a virtual
gamer, he
tabletop.
sees the world.
All right, Mister
It's a virtual
Look,
tabletop.
it's
Well,
not.
I got really excited. Well,
It's no.
So
it's
I
not
got-
like it's no Baldur's Gate or anything like that. It
well,
is-
that's what I'm saying. They started off by showing Baldur's Gate characters. I'm like, oh, is this some weird like spin-off? And then I was like, oh, this is actually
Yeah.
really cool. I was on board the entire time. I think it's fucking super
It's,
cool.
I mean, it is akin to what I said they should do, where it was like just take Baldur's Gate and make like a sandbox level builder and use the Baldur's Gate mechanics to run a VTT. It's akin to that,
Mhm.
but they're doing their own separate thing with sort of like Baldur's Gate level graphics. and
It's
stuff.
cool. I'm down for it. I think it's awesome. I think it's
can use it when we play D&D. That'd be sick.
Oh God, I
Looks
hope
really
that would
cool.
be so good. If we can ever play D&D
awesome.
again, please.
Hey,
And
this
it has
is
got a
more-
mini maker, right? It's got a mini maker in it.
It does,
Right?
yeah. It would be nice if we could
Yeah.
import Hero Forge minis. That'd be better.
That's
Because Hero
true.
Forge is
I
the
mean,
best character creation
I think
tool
they
ever.
really gotta make it super open source, to, like as accessible as they can. Like that's how
Which-
D&D is, man.
I could
That'd
see
be
them
great,
doing
yeah.
that, but I could also see Hasbro or not Hasbro. I could see whoever is behind it being a little bit like,
yeah,
"Mm,
I
no."
mean,
Or a damn
Hasbro.
STL.
I think
That's true.
Hasbro definitely wants like a monopoly on this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And sort of like where this is their all-in-one stop where,
Well,
you know.
is Roll20 owned by anyone or is that a fan site?
No, it's independent as far as I understand.
Okay, it is
But
independent. So
Roll20, here's the thing.
Mhm.
This is going to be, as far as I understand, only compatible with D&D, D&D Beyond, and any other third-party resources that are added onto D&D Beyond. So if you want to play something like the Marvel RPG, or the Transformers, or the G.I. Joe RPGs, or any other RPG, it's not going to work with this. You're going to have to use Roll20 or some other resource.
Gotcha.
So, in terms of competition, they're focusing on like having the best D&D VTT experience possible. They're not branching out to the other games. So, it leaves
Right.
options for other people who like the different RPG games. So,
That's fair. I'm only bringing up Roll20 so much because that's the only sort of.
Prime?
What?
Are you drinking Prime?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He
endorses Logan Paul. Is that what I think it is?
I hate Logan Paul, but
Yep.
I wanted
Yeah,
to
but you
try
drink
it,
his
so.
love
I
juice.
had
Do you
to-
like
I had
it?
to-
Do you like
I had
it?
to make sure.
It's really not bad. It depends on what flavor you get.
It's okay. I
but
think
not-
it's really
Tastes like
sweet. though.
fucking shit.
All right. It's really sweet. It's so
very
sweet.
sweet. Yeah.
I've never
Yeah.
tried it. I've tried Mr. Beast's candy bars. but
Fucking
that's it.
nasty, man.
Are they okay? Are they good? Are they decent?
I've only tried the milk chocolate one. It's fine. It's a milk chocolate candy bar. You know, it's nothing special.
That was the YouTube advertisement corner there we had there for a second.
Sponsored.
Yeah.
Yeah, sponsored by
Uh,
Prime and Mr. Beast Bar.
And then Magic happened, and Magic always just happens.
Sucks.
They showed fucking Slimer cards.
That's all they talked about for like
Slimer.
It was so like D&D video was so well presented and it was so well made and it was like they clearly cared about what they were making. They get fucking John over here on Discord going, "Yes, let's talk about the Slimer cards from Magic. You guys are all really excited about this." It's like, what the fuck are we doing? Who cares? Look, I'm sure Magic must have a massive fan base. I'm sure there were some Magic fans going, "Yes," but I'm sitting here going, "Look, people who are watching PulseCon don't give a fuck.
No,
they don't.
No one does.
They're waiting for toys.
At least the D&D video was entertaining, you know.
It was. Yeah. It was.
Yeah, and it mentioned stuff like the Legos, like
Legos. Optimus fucking Prime was in the VTT for a second, which is crazy. I guess they're bringing maybe. I wonder if they're actually going to bring the other Hasbro property RPG games into it. I wonder if that's what that means.
Maybe that's the plan.
Anyway, back to Magic.
Magic sucked. It was terrible. It was like genuinely, and also that's all they talked about, and then they left. Last year it was like 30 minutes, and they talked about like random shit, and I didn't care.
They had Matthew Lillard on, as far as I recall.
That's true. Yeah, that was weird.
So at least that was something.
It was, but this was nothing. What was the point? This would be like if a Nintendo Direct happened and there was one game they showed off and then left. There would be no fucking point.
They could justify at any point. Magic could justify their existence at PulseCon by just having one fucking action figure of one of their cool character designs from one of their fucking cards. But no, they never will. They never do. They just talk about boring ass cards with boring ass people, and that's it.
Well, let's be real. I think Hasbro's pretty like hesitant to do any more figures, considering how poorly D&D must have sold, and like Indiana Jones and like Pulse or not Pulse. What's it called? Plasma series.
Plasma, Fortnite, Overwatch.
Oh yeah. They have not been. They've been starting too much shit.
Yeah,
lately.
They seem to refuse to branch out.
Yeah. They have assassinated so many brands, and it's just like, but that sucks. Again, this live stream, everyone who's watching it wants action figures. That's why people follow this stuff.
I think the why. Let's not open a whole new discussion about this because there's so much else to talk about. But my only thought about that, and it's interesting to see this where there's less emphasis on every brand has an action figure like there were previous years. You know, I think the action figure as like mainstream, like a growing fan base, like market has kind of blown up a little bit, and I think they're sort of skewing back into just a couple brands that are specifically for adult collectors and just
that makes sense because there are so many action figure companies right now.
Yes. And Hasbro realizes that they can't monopolize.
If they're trying to pull back and just specialize, I guess.
Hasbro can't monopolize on that anymore because it doesn't sell. At least.
And maybe Super 7 will do another D&D lore figure like Vecna. Maybe I'll get lucky.
Hey, it'll happen. It'll definitely happen. Or someone else will pick up the license.
Vecna is coming. At least there is still a D&D figure coming.
Yeah, they're not completely shit out of luck, which is nice.
Watch them cancel it. No, you said that.
I mean,
that was my number one figure of this year. So number one figure this year. So I'd
be pissed.
I might hang myself like Shadow.
Jesus. What was next? What was after that? Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Okay, I don't know.
D&D, Green Man is good D&D fodder.
So
he's great D&D fodder. Shadow, get out of there, dude.
Shadow, no.
Don't do it.
Yeah, what do you guys? What do the Star Wars nerds think about this? Because I don't care about any of this.
It's a good comic. Very good comic.
I've never read it, and I don't fucking care.
Oh, matter of fact,
I've seen it before. I've seen like fan art of it, so I know it's like a thing. I just don't
know. Read it.
I mean, Shizor. These green people were in the Clone Wars at one point, so that's something.
Oh,
green people.
Yeah,
these green people.
Nah, you're
these green people. Fuck you. Fuck you, Canadian. You're our fucking our diversity hire.
Oh wow, that was tart.
Yeah, in
Alright.
terms of like the figure itself, I mean, it's definitely one that I wouldn't have picked.
Is Lay underwater for anyone else?
He does sound really strange, but he kind of has sounded like
Hey.
that for most of the. Okay.
Okay.
Hey.
You were like really bubbly.
I mean, you still kind of still are, but that's fine.
Yeah, as long as it's for you, it doesn't matter.
Okay,
it's
it's getting
bad.
worse. It's getting
That's pretty
worse.
true.
It's pretty bad. Pretty
So yeah, the Black Sun,
Mm.
they were in the Clone Wars. Pretty sure they appeared when Savage Press is in it with Darth Maul,
Yeah, when they're
and
building
he
the
actually
syndicate.
and he actually kills them all in that one room. Yeah, it's. I mean, the figure itself, it looks good.
I don't think he looks like a Star Wars character. I think he looks like a D&D character.
Maybe
He
does.
does. I mean, the robes are pretty cool. I'm definitely gonna turn him into a wizard for sure.
It works. He's got soft goods. And by soft
Mhm.
goods, I mean a piece of cheap
Yeah,
fucking
two
cloth.
strips of little
And
fabric.
it's on the
Yeah.
stuff as well.
Oh yeah. Wait, or is that
No,
plastic?
it's not.
I'm pretty
No,
sure
it's plastic.
that's definitely plastic. Lay.
100% plastic.
Lay's like
Wrong.
no,
It's
it's
not like-
plastic. It's
Wrong.
plastic.
It's not. It's not.
Wrong.
Soft
soft
goods doesn't hang like that.
Plastic.
Lay.
That's
Come on.
plastic.
It is.
You're in denial. It's plastic.
Maybe I am. Maybe I'm giving the Black Series team more credit.
Lay's
than
trying to
it
convince
deserves.
himself.
You are
What do
absolutely.
you guys? What do you guys think
But,
of
Commander
everything else?
Bakara.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lay
Oh,
shat his
God.
pants.
Do you know what?
dude.
Right.
Did, yeah.
Do you know, I love Bakara so much. He's one of my favourite Legends clones. We do see him in Revenge of the Sith. He is the clone that fires on Kiadi Mundi.
Oh wow.
With the Galactic Marines. We need the Marines now to go along with him. But yeah, he was like at the top of my list for like most wanted characters in the line. So to finally have him, and he is on pre-order, I jumped on that shit
Nice.
straight away.
Hell yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'm so happy.
Because when I
Like,
saw
like-
him, I went, "Oh, they probably made this before, and it's a reissue or something." And Lay was like, "Fuck me, it's so fucking cool."
No, it is. I mean, it's obviously reuse of the clone body, but
Oh,
The
gotcha.
yeah, but yeah, he's first time he's ever came out.
I mean,
I
it
know he
looks
was in the
cool.
I know he was in the pipeline sort of reveals and stuff, and I was like, okay.
Oh, they didn't do pipeline reveals. What the hell?
Yeah, they didn't.
That's
Um,
crazy. Not like I give a shit, but like still.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but even the Transformers one didn't do it either this time. And
Oh,
they
weird.
always do.
Which is good.
That's
The
so
space,
Everyone was
Space
getting
Bridge stuff.
their crazy, their shitty reveals.
it kind of seems like they rushed it this year for some reason.
Yeah, a little bit,
bit.
doesn't it?
Management's like, right, we need to get going.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was a shorter
time is
PulseCon,
money,
which was
people.
nice.
Let's go.
There were some
Yeah,
really
so-
long pulse cons. God,
Yeah,
So,
but it used to
Bakara-
be like a 2-day event.
it was. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
Bakara, yeah, hands down, my favourite reveal today. But he's closely followed by the Commando droid.
Mm.
Oh,
Commander Droid does look pretty cool. I think the torso
finally getting more droids, man.
really stiff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And they said he has torso articulation, but I just can't imagine how
It's
much
gonna
it
be
is.
barely anything.
Yeah, he's gonna be like,
Look.
neutral pose is gonna be like, and then
Yeah.
He looks-
I feel
he looks
like,
very
I feel like
good.
even that was too generous.
true.
Yeah, looks very good. And then we had
Luke and Leia.
No, there's another
Yeah.
one.
yeah,
No,
there's
I'm talking about Luke and Leia first.
okay. Yeah, Luke and Leia, whatever. Well needed updates, I suppose.
Yeah, rather than having the baggy soft goods that the originals did.
And they
Wow.
also
Now you can't do
look
shit
like
with
who they're meant to
Leia.
be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the heads are actually decent.
Mm-hmm. They need to do Bosk again because that figure is so outdated.
I
It's
was actually
ridiculous.
thinking that during the stream. I was like, I'd like a new boss.
Mhm.
Then they showed the biggest figure that everyone was so excited for.
I don't know what I'm excited for. One
The
arm.
one-armed bandit.
The ultimate D&D, the ultimate D&D fodder.
Shut up.
He is the one-armed bandit.
The one-armed bandit.
Look, anything with the right amount of imagination is D&D fodder, but I refuse.
That's what I said. That's what I said, and then you were like, no.
No.
Right. So here's the thing.
I don't like him.
Here's the thing, right? They could have included something to go like over the arm, like an effect piece, like just
They
so
could
it
have
can
done like
like
a
hold
force arm.
the that could like hold the
Or they could
lightsaber
have.
in midair.
I mean, we see the guy with an arm in the game. They could have had a removable arm or something. What the fuck are you doing, Oscar? Get out! God damn it!
Oscar's breaking the rules. He's
Ty's
going off
just
script.
Ty's just abusing his cunt.
Hear a loud like slap in the background.
He just fucking jumped all the way onto my Lego Sonic cases.
That is crazy.
Little shit. Sorry about that.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he looks fine. I don't really like his character. Fucking, he's a dick in the game anyway. So,
he's an asshole.
and then we finally get the armorer. It's a helmet. This is one of my. I'm pretty sure I had this conversation with Ty ages ago about talking about like which characters they should do in the role playing like armor sort of thing, helmet sort of, and she was like one of our like top picks. So,
yeah, absolutely.
it looks nice. It's not the correct color. It should be a lot more vibrant than what it actually is, but it's it's nice.
It should be like way more metallic, but.
But it's nice.
It's a mass retail item.
I'll say this: when she popped up on stream, I'm like, oh, they were like, we have a very special guest, and it cut, and I was like, oh yes, white woman and dog. It's like, I don't know who these people are.
Very pretty woman. All right, she's gorgeous.
It's all right because you're so uneducated on anyone.
Not uneducated.
I didn't know what she looked like either. To be fair.
Thank you. Also, yeah. First of all, she never shows her fucking face, so I don't think that's that weird to not know who it was.
No, I suppose.
Don't sit here and be like, "Oh, you casual." Yeah, I am casual. I don't give a
fucking casual.
But once I heard her actually speak and they said armor, I was like, okay, that makes sense. You can hear it now.
Then the Marvel Legends panel happened. Can someone explain to me what is up with this weird ass Space Knight?
Oh, Rob?
Why does he look like that? Why is he translucent and blue and silver?
Why they're translucent Rom.
They've never really done that before. They've never had a pre-figure like
that. Is it a prototype?
It is definitely.
Or like a test like a test sample?
Yeah, because all of his colors are wrong. His head is wrong. His and they showed the render, so we know what he's supposed to look like. It's just really strange. This wasn't from the stream, by the way. I don't know what this is from. I have no idea.
Interesting.
Got my sauces, mate.
This was like yesterday. I saw this like pop up yesterday, so it's really strange. Oh yeah. It's weird, really strange. No idea why he looks like a gummy, and I want to eat him. But that's besides the point.
Yeah, it's very weird.
This was kind of a weird stream because usually they go crazy, but they kind of just showed one wave and then Dragon Man. That's basically it.
No, that's usually what they show.
I guess it just
normally
felt a little.
They show like something we've already seen, and then some new stuff. But
Dragon Man looks cool.
Damn it! I was just agreeing. This is pretty usual. They usually will show old shit, and then they'll show like a wave, and then maybe they'll show like an additional new thing every once in a while. Like, I vaguely remember PulseCon last year being more than just the No Way Home, but I could totally be wrong. I mean, we were really hyped.
There was a comic wave before that.
Right. They showed off the
they had a shitload of like
guy.
2 packs as well.
Right. So that's probably what I'm thinking of. Last PulseCon was crazy. A little bit more reserved this time around. But people have been waiting for the Secret Wars wave for a while, especially Thatch. What do you think, bud? You like what you see?
Well,
he likes the shields.
Shields. I do. Okay.
They are awesome.
Stupid.
Well, they're not awesome.
I love them so much. Also, I'm kind of glad they're not raising the price or anything. That's kind of nice. I was worried when I first saw it. I was like, great, less normal accessories and
shields. There's no picture of the Beyonder.
Oh.
That's weird.
Isn't it?
But it's nice that like Spider-Man still has all his hands and everyone still has all their hands. It's just the shields are like on top of that. And I'm glad about that because I think they're so stupid. I love it so much. It's so dumb. It's like so dumb. I've fully gone around into being like back into like gimmicky dumb shit, making me laugh and clap my hands like a lizard brain child. And that's exactly what happened here. So, in terms of the actual figures in the wave, this wave feels more like an opportunity to get some popular figures out again for people that missed them, which is cool. But it's hard for me because I already have most
kind of
of
a best
these.
hits wave.
Yes, and look, they're fine bases, and if you don't have an Iron Man, you don't have a Cap, I'm sure this is great for you. I do, and I'm not gonna get them. Titania, I'm sure people are gonna be happy about for deep cut comics fans.
Ty's definitely happy about that.
I'm over it.
I know, right?
He was out of emotions. He felt he felt he was in the heat of the moment, and now he's just like, I don't know.
Look,
but I think people are gonna be happy to.
It's good D&D fodder, though, I will say.
No, it's fucking not. Oscar, you bastard.
But the real highlights of the wave are the brown Wolverine, who looks great. Newly sculpted arms, actually, just found that out. And then the new Spider-Man. So they both look great. They're both really well done. That's my favorite Spider-Man body, so I'm really happy there's a symbiote suit on it. I wasn't necessarily jumping up and down for a new symbiote. It's why I passed on a couple of the other ones they've done. Because once you get one, it's like you get them all. But I love this body so much that I was like, I love that body, so I really want to have that. He does have the triangle instead of the square palms, which is accurate to the comics. But I know some people are going to be like, "Ew, I only saw squares, so I don't."
Yeah.
Is that specifically a first appearance thing?
Yeah. I think it maybe carried through in a couple comics afterwards, but at some point they switched to squares, and most people, because of the animated series and stuff, pertain that to the symbiote versus the triangles. But I don't mind. I mean, I'm just, it's like, whatever. It's the classic version, and it's such a little thing. If they do it in the MCU, wouldn't be surprised if they did the triangles just to be weird and different. But looks cool. He's got all his hands. He's got two heads. He's got a squinty symbiote head. He's got that Web of Shadows Peter Parker symbiote costume head where his eyes are like squinted all crazy. That's kind of cool to have. I haven't really done that before, so yeah, I like it, and I like his dumbass shield. So that guy is really cool. There's also a 2-pack for Spider-Man that most people are gonna pass on because it's pretty unexciting.
That's very weird.
But once again, lizard child brain just sees classic Spider-Man with the right colors and the cool new head and claps his hands and is like, "Oh, that'd be so fun to fiddle with." Although there's already 45 ones very similar to it. Yeah. But I don't know if I'm gonna get this because I don't care about the Vulture. I'll probably pass on it. If the Spider-Man release by himself, maybe I'd get him. But also, it's so weird. People have been begging for, like, this is an old thing. People wanted this body with the blue and red before the new body existed, but then the new body existed and nobody wanted this anymore. So I'm just confused why they did this.
Isn't this the Webman body?
It looks like it.
Yeah. Well, he's got pinless arms and legs. That's the difference. Pinless arms and legs with the
but no toe joint, which is weird.
No toe joint.
No toe joint.
It's very strange.
And then he's got a Flash Thompson head, which is funny.
That is funny. Yeah. It kind of looks like
Vulture's pulled from the animated series, of course, to go with the Spider-Man. And in that show, he sucks out life juice from people, and so he gets younger.
So dumb.
Nobody's definitive favorite Vulture is the animated series.
Does he have a gun in his holster? What is that?
He probably does.
He's violent.
It's like a yellow thing.
He's violent. That's true.
The one thing I don't like about this, and I'm sure they're better, it looks like he has the exact same flimsy, stupid ass wings that the old Vultures had, and I hate those things.
Yeah.
I could totally be wrong about this, and I probably am because I'm out of Legends, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of reuse of the recent Falcon going on here. Not the Cap Falcon, just the Falcon himself.
Maybe.
And he reused those wing pieces as well in red, and they actually they're better than the classic Vulture. The classic Vulture's wings were awful; they fell off all the time. Falcon was much better about it, so I assume they're gonna plug in better. But I also don't know.
I just don't like them overall. Like I don't.
No, I
like
agree.
The way they look, and
they need a new system for sure.
We need a new classic Vulture. It's been a really long time. He's on the stupid pizza Spider-Man body. Look at
I'm-
he's just chilling on his phone. He's looking for Twitter. Right now.
He's looking for something to complain about.
Oh no! Listen,
Oh no.
I'm getting everything ready for.
But yeah, it's whatever. I'm a little. They kind of suggested that this is going to be the last VHS 2-pack for now.
For some time at least, yeah.
Yeah, which is like cool. They did do a lot of them. In the arc. I've gotten like 2 of them. I've missed out on most.
I had a couple of them.
Because
Said there was like
it's
7 total. It's ridiculous.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
the
them.
only one I really want right now is the Peter Parker one, just because I want Peter Parker.
You just want a Peter Parker.
Yeah, and then I also don't need to buy this, so then I can just have that head and swap it. Either way, and then the Daredevil, I know we're gonna get a classic Daredevil again soon, so not too worried about that.
Oh yeah.
All in all, Legends showing was mid TBH. Some people are gonna be thrilled to get Cap in his Chameleon shield and all these old re-releases, which is cool. But oh yeah, Iron Man's got roller skates. That's kind of awesome. It's stupid, but awesome. I love it.
He's rolling into battle. Look at him go.
Yes.
Marvel do that for the MCU.
Please.
Cowards.
Dude,
They won't.
rolling in.
Oh, Thatch? What do you think about Beyonder?
Beyonder is funny. He is like the most 70s, 80s, like you can just tell when they made the Secret Wars crossover event because this guy looks so much like that. Like he's such a goober. He's not. I think people are going to be mad because he's not the like cool cosmic Beyonder. He's the white suited out like rich nepo baby Beyonder looking guy.
I was confused.
But I kind of love the chaotic, like, hey, we could give them the Beyonder that's cool and badass, or the stupid one, and let's just give them the stupid one.
This is
This
is the only Beyonder I'm familiar with.
Oh, I assumed he was like a weird gold man or something.
He has several different forms. There's a cool cosmic Beyonder, and then there's this, in specifically the Secret Wars event, and then there's also this Beyonder.
Yeah.
So might also be
this Elvis Beyonder is the only one that I've seen.
This is funny. I mean, he actually looks pretty fun. The Battle World thing is cool. That's really fun.
That is cool. I just love, my favorite thing is that when they recreate these really accurate comic designs from these old storylines, just how egregiously 70s and 80s they look. It just makes me so something like this guy doesn't walk around like this now. You know?
He's a lot. He's a lot to deal with. Look at him.
He is. A little bit.
So those are my thoughts. Though I'm only getting this. I actually already pre-ordered the Spider-Man, and then if I can find the Wolverine, I'm gonna grab him. I probably won't though because I've had terrible luck lately. So,
yeah.
But yeah.
Fair enough. And then there was Transformers to wrap it all up.
Yeah.
And
so
I have no opinion about most of this.
So I'll fire through these. So we're getting a G2 breakdown, which is the blue and purple. What you see, that's just a repaint. We have another repaint of Armada Wheeljack, and that's the kind of black and blue. That mold's from like 2019, I think. So, and they even joked about reusing it. I was like, all right, I'll let it side. User having like an in-joke about it, I suppose.
Not a good thing.
Ramjet is getting a re-release, thank God, because that thing goes for like 200 plus on the aftermarket. For some reason, he was so expensive to get, whilst the other two corn heads were like easy to get. I don't know, I suppose it's because he's the leader of them, whatever. Then we have a repaint of Transformers Legacy's leader class, Blitzwing as Overcharge, and that's the kind of like green-grey guy. He looks fine, I guess. Then we had some Studio Series reveals, which is B127, the deluxe, and also we had Alita. Both are deluxe figures, so they're probably going to be priced at like 22 or something stupid. They look meh. And then we get Sentinel, who's also a Studio Series figure. And this is probably my favourite reel on the whole panel. I like his design. I mean, I don't really like Sentinel anyway. But in terms of like what we saw, yeah, it's a nice reveal, I suppose. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to see him for another month because fucking Paramount.
Is that a movie figure? He's in the movie?
Yeah,
Yeah, the
Sentinel's
last
in.
three are all. The last two are movie figures.
He looks
Uh,
like a fucking Gundam. He looks super cool. So
Yeah, that's his battle mode that he's going to have in the movie. And then they also revealed the next line that's going to replace Legacy next year, I believe, which is going to be called the Age of Primes. There's nothing being said other than that. We're probably going to get reveals at San Diego Comic Con or something like that, or Toy Fair next year. But yeah, it's pretty underwhelming.
Interesting. I wonder if that line. I wonder if they're gonna have. Can't even do it. Lay, you also forgot the MDLX figures.
Oh yeah, I mean they've already been revealed anyway before.
Oh, have they? I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, they were
I guess.
revealed the other day.
I don't keep up to date with all this stuff.
I can quickly talk about them, I suppose.
Are you interested in them?
Kinda.
They look pretty good. I like them. They look cool.
I mean, I love the 3.0 stuff, but these are like,
Yeah.
I think these are like 6-inch.
they are.
Yeah, these are
3.0
smaller.
figures.
They're smaller.
MDLX
yeah.
is smaller.
Yeah, so
Just fine.
DLX
Which is cool.
is the big ones.
yeah, the one.
Lay, don't you have a DLX Bumblebee or something, right?
Yes, he does.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Nice.
He's about there.
Oh yeah, there he is. I see him.
Why are you looking?
He's
on
in the-
No, he ain't.
the square cubby.
Right?
He's over here.
Wall. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
we
what I
can
was
see
saying.
him, Lay.
We can see
Wait, we
his
can-
Can you
ass.
actually see him?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's on camera.
How small do
You
you
can
think
see
your
your own camera.
Yeah, but
Wait,
it's
you're
only
like,
showing
wait.
me, like, it's only showing me like here.
That's
That
weird.
doesn't make any sense.
You're probably
That-
not on full screen or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm not.
Okay. There you go.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
Good thing.
But-
Good thing you didn't have anything like bad on the bed or anything like that.
No.
Yeah, well, he's
Yeah.
super good.
He's
I need
cool.
another one, but yeah, they look fun. I'm probably going to pass on them only because I'm going to get the YOLO Park versions of the characters.
Mm,
But yeah, they look pretty good.
fair enough. Fair enough. I think that's everything.
I believe
That is everything.
PulseCon, kind of mid. Sorry.
As per usual, unfortunately.
Yeah. But last Joe's stream was really fun. I remember. Yeah.
Oh, they revealed a weird, like, I don't know if it was X-Force.
Oh, right.
Nightcrawler?
It's X-Force Nightcrawler. Yeah.
Yeah. So
And
that-
it's just. I think
needs
it's
to
just
happen.
reuse of regular Nightcrawler.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
with
yeah.
X-Force.
Mhm.
So
But
the
that
last
was
thing I think I've
something
ever
else that
said in
happened.
my life is I want an X-Force Nightcrawler.
X-Force Nightcrawler, yeah.
I can see Aiden being like, hell yeah, but also I don't think he
I
can.
don't think it's
I don't
No.
think
Oh
No.
Joe.
He likes Nightcrawler. He doesn't like. Don't
Oh.
get him out of here. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. They didn't even
Just
show up.
look
They
how
didn't-
angry Thad got.
He's immediate pissed off.
Just-
He's not happy about it.
Like, we are going to buy you that figure and send it your way, I swear to God.
we
20
oh,
copies
we
of
have
the
to.
box.
send me.
All
are getting
four of
burned.
us are gonna buy
They're
it.
getting
No, no,
Buy you one.
No,
I'm melting
no.
them. I'm
No, he
setting
had
them on
no.
fire.
He's burning them.
Right.
It's fine.
No,
Just
hold on.
letting you know.
Right.
If
You need to
send
you
it
need
to me. It's getting
you
burned.
need to melt all four into this weird, horrible amalgam
No.
of him.
If
and
you
then
send
do
them all
that.
together, I'll burn them all
Not
together.
four.
I don't.
Not 4. We'll send you 20, right? But
Yeah,
gonna
I'm not spending $35
Yeah.
fucking dollars
I'm not
on that.
buying
shit.
5 of
Well,
those.
I'll
Fuck
pull out
that.
the grill. Yeah, it'll be great.
let me explain the plan, right? So send him. We'll wait until they're on discount for like fucking $5 each or some shit because we all know they're going to, right?
That's fair.
We'll send him 20.
They're going
We'll
to a
get-
landfill. Is where they're going.
No, we'll get custom printed T-shirts with his face like that big.
What the fuck is your plan here? What is?
He-
This is too
Like,
elaborate.
we all need to wear them like on the pod when he comes on.
That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all.
It's pretty
I
good.
mean,
That's
you
first-
send me
that's
20 of them,
important.
I'm melting down 20 plastic guy.
You can't.
melting.
Oh, wait, man, you can't do that. You have to keep one.
I'm telling you right now, they're getting burned.
You gotta melt
They're
them
getting
into
burned.
this horrific body horror,
They're
just
getting
amalgam
burned.
of these tortured souls.
He doesn't want it.
Every waking hour, there'll be one of those little bastards somewhere in the house. I'm telling you.
No, that's a good prank. Oh, we can do that too. Oh no, he won't release till like next fucking year or something stupid like that.
Yeah,
Black
don't forget
Series,
by then.
go to hell.
Just
Go to
buy
hell,
it.
Alexi.
Yeah, what the fuck, Black Series?
I think
All
we're.
right,
I think
all right.
we're done. I think we're done.
I think we're
What's,
done.
what's great about him is he's constantly got a weird, like, open mouth screaming face. So when I burn him, he'll look like he's not like screaming in pain as he melts.
Exactly.
In agony, in anguish.
Exactly. And then whenever
You're gonna make
you
like an
know,
entire
whenever you
video.
find the
like-
ones that we hide across your house, he'll be jump scaring you when you find him.
Mhm. Yeah.
I'll collect him. I'll have a sack of them. A little sack.
Or
Alright.
his t-shirt that just has got his face on. He'll go fucking off it.
We don't have the time for this, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I think he'll start fucking throwing punches in all honesty if we did some shit like that.
Let's wrap up so I can take a nap and then.
Oh, Ty needs to go for a dump. It's
I'm
alright.
running on 3 hours of sleep, man. I'm tired.
Yeah, he's sleeping.
Hey, you
Hi, guys.
fuck.
All right.
Right, yeah, bye.
Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. Thank you for joining us, everybody. Bye.
Bye.